Let's see if this works now. Now, it says it's live, it's buffering. See if we can see the chat. I don't see a chat yet. Let's select this. So this is not showing up. Chat's not showing up. This new software. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let's see if I can. So let's select source. That's not showing up. What is up, everybody? So I'm still getting used to this new software, and it's still not pulling in our chat. So I am not sure exactly what's happening here. But what we wanted to do here is, hey Abe, hey, what's up, Frankie? Um, I can see the chat. Corey, what's going on? Andy, TV, Ronnie. We wanted to did a couple giveaways for September, a couple trios of some of our people's character sense from last year. Hopefully you can hear me okay too. I'm using earbuds instead of the mic with headphones. This meld is still um, being interesting. It's not letting me select the chat. What's going on? What's going on? Um, Still not letting me select the chat like I used to be able to. So I might have to go back to OBS, even though it crashes sometimes. Um, yeah, it's just not. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Is it going to show up here? It's supposed to show up here. Okay, so I can see the chat, see the live. If I highlight, it's not going to let me highlight. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to do some testing to figure out how this chat is supposed to overlay into Meld because it's still not working right. I think if I show the wheel spinner here, no, it's not going to show the chat overlay over top of it. Um, Gosh, let me try to reload. Yep. All right, I'll have to figure that out. But what is up? So sorry for the delay. I really wanted to do this earlier, but we had senior night for our high school soccer team. Our oldest is a junior, but my wife is the booster. So, she's helping out, just making sure everything's organized. There's a couple moms in charge of the senior night the last few years, and they just did just an amazing job of recognizing our seniors. It's an awesome opportunity to recognize the parents also, and the sacrifices they've made for their kids and the sports, and then you kind of see where they're going, where the future is going to take them. So it's just really cool. And the like collage of posters that they did for all of them, balloons. Again, this is a couple moms that kind of took charge, and my wife does a ton for the boosters for our high school. But any good program, you need people that are able to help, and there's they just did an amazing job. The moms that stepped up did an amazing job. So kind of want to do this on YouTube because I wanted to see the comments because every time I try to do a Facebook Live, I can never see any comments. Who's there? Half the time those comments freeze up. Holy moly. Wait a minute. What do we got here? Where are the comments? My wife is not a teacher. She's the booster for a our high school. All right, all right. Hold on. Where did the comments go? No, I just got rid of the comments. Oh my goodness. These comments go. No, no. Pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. Um, the chat's showing up here, but when I click on it, it's not showing on the screen. So we're one step closer to getting the chat to show up and all our emojis bouncing around like we used to. Um, but so we have Andy, what's up? Abe, how you doing? Um, Facebook comments rarely show up when viewing from your live stream. Easy fixes to open your live stream as a viewer on a different tab. Yeah, if I'm doing it from my phone, though, I don't think like usually I will do these from my phone and it just doesn't work out right. So uh, you're having you can't see anything. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know. But so anyway, we had senior night. Senior night was just amazing night. It just ran long. I feel so bad because we had a like a 10U soccer team, a soccer club there as the ball boys for tonight. And usually the games start about 7 or 7:15, and the game didn't start till almost 8 o'clock. So those kids are going to be out. And you know, we even left a little early. Those kids are definitely going to be out till 10 or 10:30. So Andy, try opening your eyes, Jimmy. So I want to try to move away from doing like these Facebook Live giveaways and try to do it on our YouTube channel here, and start trying to do more monthly giveaways. Um, just because I can't see any of the comments when we do a live stream, so I feel like I'm talking to myself half the time. But and we're going to try to work on our schedule and get more live streams. So me and Harrison are going to plan to try to do a live stream this Saturday, and it will either be um, a Madden. I think we did college football last time, or Castlevania. So since Belmont is coming back officially tomorrow, so I think I'm fixed. Okay. So anyway, so we're gonna do some giveaways here. We have a trio. So if you're in our private Facebook group, this is going to be a giveaway for there. We will usually do a giveaway with gift cards or whatever when we do live streams. So this is going to be kind of separate from that. Um, and occasionally we'll throw gift cards in the Facebook live stream. I was doing that when we were watching the Crew games and kind of got away from that a little bit whenever the Crew scored a goal. I almost did it one night and the Crew scored like 8 goals. I was like, that would have been really cool to do that night if I had thought about it. So yeah, I know it fall is tough. Our schedule is really tough in the fall. But again, I'm going to try to get back to it. Maybe a Tuesday late stream solo edition. Maybe an hour and a half, and then bring back the Saturday night streams with the kids. And I don't know if we'll do a whole group or if we're going to do separate ones. The older two have homecoming this Saturday, so they'll be out pretty late. So it'll be a good opportunity for me and Harrison to do another stream by ourselves. The older two love doing the streams. And I've been thinking about having Liam actually just host his own stream on our channel and do some gaming. We'll see how that, we'll see if we can get that in the works. There's just so much to do. I've still got to get the people's character for 2025 together and get the spreadsheets and all the data together for that and do some videos on that. We'll do a live stream on that like we did last year and like a selection show and then have the names pop in and stuff. So that's right. I kicked the kids' butts on the OG games, Andy. Um, so we'll see how we'll try to get some, I think, Castlevania together, maybe this Saturday or again one of the football games. But I hope everyone is doing well. And now I think we'll go ahead. This is going to be a real short one. I don't even know what night it is. It is Tuesday night. I could have set up a little game here to play, but I did not. Trying to get this new software. I'll have to do some private streams to try to figure out this software again and get these comments where I want them. At least they're loading in. There's a little bit of a delay, but where I can actually highlight the comment and it'll pull it up on the screen over here. That just is still not working right. So, all right. So we had two trio giveaways, giveaway one and two. I wanted to do these before we officially relaunched Belmont tomorrow with so that way if the giveaway winner wouldn't feel like they needed to buy Belmont if they're waiting for Belmont. So Belmont is the only one coming back, and it was because you guys talked me into bringing it back. It was not going to come back, but you when it went away, the consensus was bring it back for Halloween. So we're going to bring it back for and try to run it from October 1st to October 15th. But I wanted to get this giveaway done for this trio that I just made up. And I made these fresh too. So Punch Out's fresh too. Um, Wanted to get this trio done. That way you don't have to worry about buying it if you win. So I haven't, um, so let's see what I, Pong. Yeah, we can do, so we thought about doing a Pong scent, but what would that even be? What would Pong scent be? But yeah, we could do some Pong. Um, there's different ways to do a lot of those games. So we have our Switch Online account, Nintendo account, so we can stream a lot of the old games. I have the OG Nintendo that I can plug in. I do have to change the I have the two actually two OG Nintendo that I have to change the kits for so we can play some cartridge games. It was really a little tricky with the stream though because you never know when they just go in the blinking mode and then your stream goes down. When you're blowing in the cartridge, even though you're not supposed to do that. Um, we have some other ways that we can stream some stuff. So Pong might be pretty boring for people to watch. Um, Thanks, Corey. Yeah. I never, I don't feel like I ever get done everything I want to get done every single day. Um, so I've been focusing on different things and then these YouTube. I really wanted to really make a ton of YouTube videos, and that's always just fallen off because of everything else going on. I started doing walk and talk stories, which I thought would be a little bit easier, but those walk and talk stories on Instagram and Facebook, I walk and talk and record, and then I gotta, you put the captions on, make sure the audio's there, and then export it and then chop it up, which is a little bit easier, but it took a little while. It took me a little longer than I thought it was going to get those together. So, but I really wanted to do these YouTube. I just love the format here because we can chat with each other and stuff. Um, where stories is more like me telling a story, right? That's what it's designed for, and you can get messages back and stuff. But all right, let's see here. What do we have? So giveaway one was Belmont. Giveaway two was Punch Out. So what do you guys want to do first, Belmont or Punch Out? You tell me. I think we should probably do. I think I'm loaded for Belmont on the wheel clicker. And Andy, I need to. Sorry, I just saw your comment. I need to look at the profiles for King Hippo. Um, that scent, I'm hoping will be kind of like a Black Friday special. Um, so I've got the artwork almost done on it. I actually got the artwork and I asked for a little bit of a change to it. And this was the artwork was a surprise because I'm just looking it up here. This is this is what it was going to be. So that was the artwork. Pretty cool, but I really wanted our character to be like the King Hippo pose, right, where he's celebrating. And this is wanted it to be a little bit of a surprise for Chris Perez because he's been asking for a King Hippo scent for probably 3 years now. Probably 3 years. And he's been joking about it for so long. And finally I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it on our schedule and we're gonna do one. So we're gonna end up doing that King Hippo scent and we'll get it, I'll be able to blend it together pretty I think pretty easy with how I do things now. So yeah, the so um but it's not gonna be like I hate to do like a tropical scent in November, but it'll probably have a little bit of a tropical vibe to it, kind of like, Sonic or Blue Devil did, has a little bit tropical vibe or a little bit of opening. But I'm going to look at everybody's profiles and kind of see what I think I can make out of it because I want it to be a really fall winter woody scent, uh, but still have like that island vibe a little bit. So we'll see what happens, what we can come up with, but I'm pretty excited about it. Um, well, so let's talk about this. So we're going to be on Commands Corner Monday, so we'll have our Growth Blend beard wash and beard conditioner, so the same base ingredients in our beard wash and beard conditioner, and we're going to add our Growth Blend to them. And it's not going to be as potent as our Growth Oil, clearly because you just cannot add that much essential oils and the coffee bean extract to the wash and the conditioner with the other oils I put in them. It would just thin it out. Like it would just make it way too thin. So typically with a wash and conditioner, you're not going to go more than 1% fragrance load or essential oil load, like the total combined weight. If you go more than that, it just makes it super watery. So like with our oils, that essential oil, growth oil, it's a lot more than that. So it'll still have all the properties, um, but people love that dang scent, and I'm trying to expand it into more of our lineup because it's such an amazing scent. We had the body wash, we did the body wash in July with our Pinky body wash, and now we're gonna do a growth oil, or I mean a growth wash and a growth conditioner, and then a growth blend, and then eventually I'll probably do either a balm or a butter in it, one or the other. And technically, um, it's not going to help growth, the balm or butter, because now I don't add the caffeine to the body wash, so the caffeine extract is not in the body wash, um, but it will be in the beard wash and beard conditioner because with the wash you're getting it up on your skin and stuff like that, so it'll be there. And then I don't know, I probably won't add it to, or maybe I will just add it to. Trying to think, I add it separate, as part of the total blend. So it probably will not be in like a balm or butter because essentially you're putting that on your beard hair and not on your skin where the growth is going to happen. So, but just we want to get that scent, right? We want to carry that scent through a lot of stuff. So yeah, the art is hilarious for King Hippo. It's fresh water swamp, water lily. I like the oud musk. Bergamot would be a good one. Bergamot is tricky because it's a very light citrus, and you cannot use a lot of bergamot. Um, it's very restricted on how much you can use. Freshwater swamp. So we'd have to change that to like a fresh island oasis, maybe instead of freshwater swamp. And water lily's always great. So. Anyway, so Commands Corner Monday, beard growth, our growth blend in a beard wash, beard conditioner, and then we're doing some of our essential oils and actually a parfum spray. The longevity is a little tough with those, because you're still dealing with even like pinky citrus essential oil. Like like the oil itself, you might get, I'd say, under an hour. With a parfum, you're adding about another hour to it, so maybe like 2 hours from the testing I've done. It's just really tough. Citrus essential oils just dissipate so fast. and there's not really a good base in there like a cedar wood or something else to really kind of to hold the ground. So they're not going to be they're will not last as long. Like this is not going to be a traditional fragrance oil parfum that'll last 12, 18, 20 hours. These are going to be essential oil, cologne parfums that will be have a heavy concentration in them, but they're still going to be, lighter essential oil from a longevity standpoint. So now Blinky might last a while. Inky. uh, I haven't worn Blinky yet. I know that's going to last forever because it's got all kinds of wood in it. So um, I'll be wearing that probably actually tomorrow. I think so. On the schedule to wear it tomorrow. So anyway, let's do these giveaways. Let's do these giveaways. I keep rambling on. So Commands Corner Monday night, be there. We will have extra giveaways there, gift card giveaways, and we have a mystery oil that we're going to be doing with orders on Monday night. And it was a custom from um, one of our amazing customers who I just met last weekend. It was one of his customs we originally did a year and a half ago, and I tried customs out, and it's just way too much for me for how much like I want direct contact, phone calls, talk with you. It just took way too long for me to get it all together. My printer can't really handle labels, printing out really nice labels, so it was a little tough from that standpoint. So, but we made some really amazing customs. I think there was 6 or 7 that we did, and this mystery oil is going to be one of those customs. It's a really good one. It's um, if all goes well and everybody enjoys it, it could potentially be a double dragon release. So in 2026. Yeah, Robert. Well, we'll have more entries, Robert. So if you're around, make sure you jump in the commands corner on Monday night because we're going to be giving away um, $300 in gift cards, so 450s and 100, and we'll have some boosted codes and some other stuff. So yeah, that's not a bad idea, Andy. So the problem is some of those smaller ones tend to leak. I have some 3 ml bottles and 5 mls, and they are nice, but like the sprayer on them tends to leak a little bit. So they'll be because I thought about that having something like that. So unless we went to a little bit bigger, almost like a pen style that was bigger, it just is going to leak. But so we're only doing 25 ml parfums now. Um, so they're kind of a decent carry size. Like you're really not going to put it in your pocket, but if you put it in your car, pretty easy. It's not going to take up a lot of room. And the price point, around $25 for that is, I think, reasonable. You're not too worried about it. Pretty durable. The glass is pretty durable on those bottles, except for 14-year-old. Um, my kids wear all of the cologne too, and he dropped his 2 down parfum in the sink, in the bathroom sink, and the bottle split in two. It didn't shatter, it literally just cracked into two pieces. So he must have really, really hit it hard or something. But uh, Tecmo is being pulled down from the site in an hour and a half, Frankie. It's just too much for me to try to manage a ton of limiteds because we still have Metal and Cutman available, Soul Survivor, which I plan to run through the end of the year. Metal and Cut probably will also to give them their fair shake for people to come back and grab them. Tecmo was honestly I wasn't even going to bring Tecmo back, but Shaun uh, Stoffer talked me into it, and I had the parfum label made up, so he talked me into it. So I brought it back for about 2 weeks, and now Belmont will have about a 2 week run. It's getting tough for me to make everything that I'm making in all of the scents that we're making it in and all the products that we're carrying, especially as we add as I add more SKUs of some of the scents. So next year we might have to tighten it down a little bit and remove some of um, make you know shrink our lineup down just a little bit for me to continue making everything. So Andy, so if we did roll-ons, they would I would not be able to make them a parfum strength with a roll-on. You're at that point you're applying it directly on your skin with like basically like an oil base. Um, so that would fall into a more sensitive category when you're talking about fragrance load. So whereas a spray, the alcohol kind of dissipates. You are spraying it on your skin, uh, but it falls into like a. I know I got sidetracked. You guys keep asking questions, making comments. Um, I've got the wheel sprinter up. I mean, it's right here. It's ready to go. Look at this, right here. Boom. It's there. We had 55 entries for Belmont. I gotta shuffle them, and then we'll rock and roll. Then I'll leave the winner in, and then I'll remove. I think we had 47 entries for Punch Out. So, um, where did my chat go again? This chat just keeps leaving me. Um, so Andy, so if we did a roll on, they would not be a parfum strength, um, if that makes sense. So even inky is going to be tough because you don't want to make there's still certain thresholds you have to hold to with EOs even when they're in a parfum, cologne parfum. So you just want to be careful from a skin or sensitive skin standpoint. Sorry, my wife's texting. She's like, "Why are you down there so long?" She's thinking the same thing you are, Jimmy. I start talking and I can't stop. Um, so, anyways, there's different categories. So, like parfums typically fall in category 4 for safety, whereas beard oil is like 4B, where you're applying it to your face. It's a little more sensitive, so the ratios get really hammered down a little bit lower. 4 is still like cosmetic toiletry. It's all safety in mind. These are standards in Europe, so it's not like that's the law in the US to follow, but they're just good safety standards to follow for your consumers and your customers. Soul Survivor is my favorite scent by far. Wow, that's awesome. That scent, some people love it and some people hate it. It's one of those, do you like kind of that ozone oak moss type of smell? It's a little bit lighter. Uh, And there's a couple people that are just like, that's not for them, which I totally get, right? It sounds subjective. Um, correct. Solid clones absolutely should not have the same strength as the sprays. Robert. Solid colognes actually would be a lot less than the spray. So typically a parfum is 20% or more fragrance load is a parfum. Where you're doing a solid cologne, you cannot, you're really you shouldn't be adding. Well, you got to just follow every every fragrance has its own percentage on allowable or what they recommend for safe usage. So you really have to follow that. There are some individual fragrances where you could add 20%, but you're typically not going to add that much fragrance to a solid cologne. It would just be way too much, and it would not really hold together unless you're upping the wax content a lot. Typically, butters and balms, you get around, you're going to stay at 5% or lower on those, and solid colognes would be about the same. Now you're going to get longevity out of colognes and parfums if you put it, you spray it on your clothing as opposed to the skin, right? So the skin, it's going to dissipate a little bit faster. Um, but when you're directly applying it to the skin like a solid cologne, it's one reason our buddy Corey at Weatherbeard stopped doing his solid colognes. It's just the um, it got too much to manage the fragrance load on it because it just kept getting smaller and smaller on those. Yeah, Andy, there's a lot of regulations, technical. Now, honestly, we live in the Wild West era of it right now for small business. So, and that's why, like, if you ever get on Dan C's channel and you hear him talk about this stuff, he's always, be very careful if you're mixing your own, stay within certain guidelines and thresholds. Now, you absolutely could go well above, what the recommended use level is. There's always a range, a high to low. You could absolutely go above that if you wanted to. There's no law stating that you cannot do that really yet that I know of. But I don't try to mess with it because it just can lead to sensitivity in your customers. You'll have allergic reactions with some people. So, um, it's consumer safety, right? That's why I did like before I did this face serum, I studied this for 6 months before we even launched our face serum because there's ingredients in there that you have to use in very specific percentages. And I wanted to make sure that, consumer safety and say, that's number one priority. So, hey, Andrew, what's going on, my man? Well, this was not scheduled. So this was I tried to go live. It didn't let me. Clicked another setting, hit live again, and it finally let me go live. We're just having a little chat here. I want to do a couple giveaways, but I keep getting distracted by all the questions and comments. So, which tells me we just need to do live streams more, right? So, what's up, Ellie? TV, what's going on? I'll die on the Belmont Hill. It's a Belmont's such a unique scent, and it was a fun one to put together. It really came together really well. I of the Punch Out in Belmont, I absolutely love how Belmont really captures the true game. There's a, I try to when we make these scents, I always try to capture like the game essence when we're making them or when I'm making them. And there's been a few along the lines where we've been able to do it. Excuse me. Um, Kirby Dreamland was one of them. So that one was a fruit stripe bubble gum for Kirby, right? So you capture the essence of him. The Blue Devil one, we kind of were thinking about the leather shoes, and then he's on a tropical island, trying to theme it. But I think Belmont really like puts you in the setting of being in the game, probably more than any other scent I've done, I think. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, Tecmo's nice. It's more of a football leather, right, than a like outfit or like sword sheath leather or whatever. Solid Cologne is great, Robert, and Beard Octane makes great products. So I didn't know that they still did Solid Cologne, or maybe I never even knew they did it. Solid Cologne is still an amazing option. You're just dabbing it on your finger, you put it on your neck and stuff. There's just like in our spray parfums and our fragrance line, we can load those up to excuse me, a higher degree than you would be able to. So like than you would be able to like a beard oil that you're applying to your face because your face is just more sensitive. So killed the boat. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's really good, Andy. Good to follow RFRA. Yeah, it's a good recommendation. We always, whenever I even am buying ingredients, I always check the documentation Because sometimes you're like, oh, this sounds awesome. And then you go check and it's like 0.1% for the category. And I'm like, you wouldn't even be able to sniff that out of the bottle if I put 1% by itself in an oil, right? So I know you love leather, Andrew. I know. All right. Well, we did yeah, we did a custom for you. We did your custom too. I've got to get that back out and smell it. All right, let's do this stinking giveaway. All right, you do not need to be present to win. All right, so we have 1 through 55 for Belmont. Let me get this up here on the screen. You guys can probably, I don't know if I want to blot out my face or not. Slide over here. All right, 1 through 55. See, you can see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way around. 55. If you look up here, entries, it says 55. And we will shuffle this 8 times. So let's do this. Oops, I'm strong button here, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so this is Belmont giveaway number 1, the Belmont Trio giveaway number 1. And good luck to everybody. Can you guys hear that spinning too? 21. 21. Nice. 21. We are not going to remove it because we need these for the next one. So, because they could be a different number in the punch out one too. So, got 21 for Belmont. We'll sort these. And then we'll have 1 through 47. So, we'll remove to 47. We have 47 up here. We did have that one result for 21 there. So 1 through 47. This will be for punch out. Let me slide over real quick though and see. So who was 21? Take a look here. Frankie was close. John Sullivan. John Sullivan. This dude. My goodness. Congrats, John. He chats with me almost every day. So that'll be very exciting for him that he won. So this is on the Belmont Trio. Number 21 was John Sullivan. Good job, buddy. All right, so here we go. All right, 1 through 47 for this one. I didn't make any rules, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should, if the, should we let somebody win twice? So I never put that in the rules officially in our Facebook group. Um, I don't know. What do you think? You do? Yeah, you probably have about an hour, Frank. Dancy Beard is boosted to 15% off if you wanted to grab it. There's a lot of people that absolutely love it's their favorite scent and absolutely love it. So, hey, Michael, what's going on? Let more people have a chance to share the wealth. Okay, so if John commented in the Punch Out group and wins, then we will not. I think we will. He won the Belmont Trio, so now we'll pick somebody else if his name happens to come up in that one. I would agree with that. All right. So this is for the Punch Out Trio. Excuse me, 1 through 47. If entries are 47 up here, so we know we have everybody. And we are going to shuffle this 8 times like we always do. 1, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. And shoot, earpiece. Oh, you saying let him have a choice and then we'll pick somebody else? Is that what that would make sense too? Let him choose if he wants, if he wins it. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. That's a good idea. We can do that for sure. All right, what happened? My wheel. Okay. My wheel picker got funky. There we go. All right, let's do this for the punch out trio. Here we go. Good luck. It's 20s, so 29. Let's see. Um, let's see who 29 was. Do, do, do. Oh, wait. James O'Rear. Looks like James won. So, Andy, you were 28, though. It was super close. So James ended up winning. Cool. All right. And those guys chat with quite frequently. So, um, I am sure that I don't think we need to. We will, you know what I'll do here? I will pick a third just in case one of them wants to defer and pass their winnings. So for let me put everybody back in here and we'll put everybody back in here. And then we'll just pick a third just in case somebody wants to do something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this will just be if they wanted to pass it along. And then that one will be the yeah, I'll look that up. That is somebody that came in late. That's going to be somebody that came in very late. So who came in super late? Tyler. Nice. Cool. All right. So John and James are the winners. And we'll go ahead and close that. We will um, delete that. That's good. Very cool. All right. Let's see what we got. Yeah, he might like punch out more, but he didn't win. So we have. I'm not sure if they would have these or not. So they'll let me know, and if not, then we can always move them along, or I can always we'll figure it out. So they got to go to somebody. I'm not keeping them. So I know, man. I'm off by one. Congrats to all the winners. All right, I been on here for 45 minutes now. I'm going to hop off here. Got a few products to make or get ready to make tomorrow. A couple things I got to prep. And then again, we will. So Tecmo ends tonight here in about an hour and 15. And then Belmont will be available. and that's ready to go. Um, just got labels for our new wash and conditioner delivered today. Our other labels should be delivered tomorrow. Um, yeah, I think we're all set. And then, what's up, Jeremy? Congrats to you too, man. The Facebook win. We're doing all kinds of giveaways here at 8-Bit. I'm giving away $25 a day in the Command Corner Facebook group. Doing these trio giveaways. We'll do a October giveaway also. Um, I want to start doing more regular giveaways. So just let me know how you guys want to, shoot me a message and or make a comment in the Facebook group. We can figure out how does this work doing these kind of giveaways where we just do a YouTube stream, short YouTube stream, and get the giveaways under. I know like it's tough because some people have Instagram only, some people are Facebook only. So I feel like anybody can access the YouTube channel, right? So and see. But all right, I think that's all. I don't even know how to stop this thing, honestly. Appreciate you all hanging out. And again, I will probably do a test stream. Um, yeah, Andy. Um, again, I'll have to do a test stream to get these comments figured out so I can highlight them on our screen like I used to. It really bothers me that I'm not able to. Um, but anyway, all right. Until next time. Hope you all have a good night. Happy Tuesday. We will chat later.